Most of us are wired to seek connection, yet some people feel suffocated when relationships get close. They aren't heartless. They're running an unconscious program shaped long before they met you. Today we decode the avoidant algorithm, the hidden script that makes some people crave independence over intimacy. Avoidant attachment often starts in childhood, when caregivers are emotionally unavailable or rejecting. The child learns that expressing needs doesn't lead to comfort. To cope, they suppress their emotions and stop seeking closeness. Over time, this becomes a template for all relationships. Rely on yourself, others will let you down. The first stage of the avoidant algorithm is hyper-independence. Adults with this attachment style pride themselves on self-sufficiency. They avoid asking for help, fearing it will make them vulnerable. They like partners who respect their space. On the surface, this looks like confidence, but it often masks a fear of depending on anyone. Next is emotional minimization. Avoidants downplay feelings, both their own and others. If a partner expresses hurt, the avoidant may respond with logic instead of empathy. This isn't cruelty, it's a learned defense. As children, emotional expression was futile or punished, so they learned to shut it down. Before we proceed, think about times you or someone you know avoided closeness. Share your experience in the comments. Your story could help others feel less alone. The third stage is deactivation strategies. When intimacy increases, avoidants unconsciously create distance. They might focus on a partner's flaws, they chew too loudly, or fantasize about a perfect ex. They cancel plans or become suddenly busy. These strategies reduce closeness, bringing them back to a comfortable level of distance. Fourth is the push-pull cycle. An avoidant person often pursues a partner until closeness is reciprocated. Then they withdraw to regain a sense of autonomy. Their partner feels confused and may chase, which triggers more avoidance. This cycle isn't about manipulation. It's about regulating anxiety by toggling between intimacy and independence. We're about halfway through our decode. If you find these behavioral algorithms enlightening, subscribe to the Mind's algorithm. We uncover the unseen mechanisms driving human connection every week. Fifth is internal critic. Avoidants tend to be hard on themselves. They maintain a positive view of their competence, yet secretly fear they're unlovable. They expect rejection and preemptively distance themselves to avoid being hurt. This self-criticism prevents them from fully engaging in relationships. Sixth is blame shifting. To justify distance, avoidants may attribute problems to their partner's neediness. They might say, "You're too sensitive," rather than, "I struggle with closeness." This deflects attention from their own vulnerabilities. Let's insert a pattern interrupt with an example. Imagine an avoidant man dating someone who longs for closeness. He spends a wonderful weekend with her, then doesn't text for days. She feels anxious and reaches out. He responds curtly, thinking she's clingy. The truth is, his childhood taught him that emotional closeness leads to disappointment. His nervous system is following the avoidant algorithm, not trying to hurt her. Seventh is emotional shutdown. During conflict, avoidants may appear calm, but are actually overwhelmed. Their heart rate spikes, and they experience what researchers call attachment deactivation. They might shut down, change the subject, or leave the room. This resembles stonewalling in the red flag algorithm, but stems from fear rather than contempt. Eighth is maintaining control. Avoidants like to set the terms of engagement. They prefer situations where they can predict and manage interactions, such as texting instead of calling. This control reduces uncertainty, but also restricts intimacy. Ninth is gradual opening. With patience and safety, avoidant individuals can learn to trust. They may share personal stories, engage in deep conversations, and enjoy closeness. This doesn't happen quickly. It requires consistent responsiveness from their partner and a sense that dependence will not be punished or ridiculed. 10th is secure shift. With self-awareness and relational practice, avoidants can move towards a more secure attachment style. This involves acknowledging their fear of closeness and learning to tolerate vulnerability. It also means recognizing that independence and connection aren't mutually exclusive. If you're dating or are an avoidant, here's your takeaway. The avoidant algorithm is not a life sentence. It's a learned pattern that can be updated. Communicate your needs openly, set gradual intimacy goals, and work with a therapist if possible. Partners of avoidance need to balance patience with boundaries, offer warmth without over-pursuing. Our next video will decode the Machiavellian algorithm, a ruthless playbook for dealing with toxic people who use dark psychology to manipulate and control. Until then, stay curious and keep decoding the hidden systems that shape our relationships.